let's have a deal. Please subscribe, and every week I will make sure that I will bring to you interesting stories that you're going to like. That's our deal. If you subscribe, I'm going to do that for you. You're welcome to the studio, Ivo.
Yeah. Thank you, Agatha. Thank you.
Is Ivo or Ivo, right?
No, it's Ivo.
Ivo.
Yeah, because my grandmother from Cameroon, but English part.
Oh,
so I have the same name of his little brother.
Oh,
so it's Ivo. Yeah. That's why.
So you're from France, right?
From France, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I saw one of your short films, short videos and short films, and one of the things that I noticed is that in your videos or in your acting, you're always energetic. So where does that energy come from?
I'm always
energetic.
You're energetic. Yeah. It's true.
You're always energetic. You have a lot of energy. You put into your acting and everything. So,
yeah, it's true.
So where does that energy come from, or is it just your personality?
Well, I'm like it's true. I'm an energetic person, but I mean, after also is like kind of acting also as well, because also I like also to be quiet sometimes. But when I'm with my friends also, I'm kind of energetic also. I think I'm still a bit child sometimes in my mind. So I like to be energetic. I like this kind of role, just to have fun, just to when I act, I like to have fun. So this kind of role is suitable for me because it's natural.
It's natural. Yeah.
Just natural.
So how can you tell us a bit about growing up in France, coming from you're from African origin, right?
Yeah, Cameroon, my mother, and Ivory Coast, my father.
Your mother is from Ivory Coast?
My father.
Your father is from Ivory Coast and your mom is from Cameroon?
Yeah, but my mom, she just was born in Germany and she just was raised in France. So she was not born in Cameroon, But my father was born in Ivory Coast and he came when he was teenager in France. So that's why.
So how was growing up like in that family? And
the family,
yeah,
like African family. But it was good, it was good. But it was, like fine because I have my grandmom also nearby me, some uncle and aunt also. When I was kid, it was a bit different than now. So we play all together, we can go out and play together. When I was really kid, it was kind of safe also. But it was really nice. And also, of course, my grandmom also taught us also some African culture, Even I was in France, but after when you live in the country, another country, it's difficult, to keep it sometimes, because you have kind of influence also outside. But still, it was good. I like my childhood. And, I'm not gonna.
Yeah. So in terms of the discipline, did they discipline you? They kind of flog, but I don't know whether they do it in France, like kind of flog or something.
I mean, in my family, because I'm not gonna talk for all the French people. I talk about my when I did some bad thing in school, my father, sometimes. Sometimes.
I know it's your father that would do it because of his African origin. We Africans, we like to maybe some misbehave, they kind of discipline. You understand?
Yeah. But it was because I did some bad things. It was not for no reason.
No, it's common. It's common. Even me, I can remember those days that if I do bad things, maybe after school, you go and play football with some other kids, and you forget to go home till maybe 6 p.m.
It was not that. It was not for that. It was when I have some bad score, but. When I do some bad score, but bad score sometimes when it was a lot, or also when the teacher always wrote, on my book, because we have kind of book like parents have to check, The teacher wrote like I was talking in classroom. Didn't do his homework. When it was a lot, not only 2 or 3, but sometimes. I mean, when I was in not high school, it was in middle school. My first year in middle school, it was because I have also my friends in my classroom, so it was like a bit crazy a bit sometimes. So teacher always write what Ivo did something, Ivo talking. Like that, Ivo didn't do homework. So this year, when you saw it was a lot, like 2 page. Yeah. So that's
but basically, looking at you physically, I can see that I can guess that maybe you were very stubborn when you were in high school.
When I was kid, I was really stubborn. But also, when I was kid, like 4 years, 5 years in the kindergarten, I was a bit like stubborn. But after with my parents, also education a bit strict, it was kind of okay, It was kind of okay, But still, sometimes should also check.
Yes, that's right. So let's come back to Korea. So what brought you to Korea?
One brought me to Korea. So that's funny because just my wife is Korean, but I met her in France like almost 12 years ago. We met.
Wow.
Yeah.
12 years ago.
12 years ago almost, we met, in 2013. I met my wife.
Wow.
At the beginning, before I was in Canada, I was thinking, to live only in Canada. But like life, is uncertain.
Yes.
We cannot plan everything in life. So I back to France. And 1 year and a half later, I met my wife and we was in couple together, almost 2 years in France. And after she wanted back to Korea. So I follow her, I was like, okay, I've never been to Asia. So let's go. And life also is short and also long at the same time. So we must enjoy also, but in the smart way, So I say, okay, let's go and let's see, like new challenges. And my uncle, before 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, was living in Japan at that time also. So I wanted to have this kind of experience also to live to another continent. But I did in Canada, but here it was like more, like it was different because it's like homogeneous society. So I wanted to have this kind of experience also. Be what's going on and let's do, and I came.
Yeah, since you said you met your wife in France, was it love at first sight? Because how did you meet her? Was it love at first sight, or was she a tourist looking for? How did you meet her?
No, because she was a study French. I studied French, and it's like a Korean girl I met in the language exchange introduced me to her because they are in the same class, something like that. So she introduced to me, and after we started dating, and that's why. And now I have a daughter.
Wow. That's from 2013.
Yeah.
That's 12 years, bro.
Almost.
Wow. That means you have a lot of experience, like in terms of dating, marriage, and cross-cultural differences. And
that's many steps to.
Wow. So when you came to Korea, before you came to Korea, what was your impression of Korea, and how has that changed over time?
Before, the thing is, in abroad, like Western country, when you talk about South Korea, people are also afraid because North Korea, because it's close, and they show like on the TV sometime when there is kind of threat about from North Korea. So people, for them, when you say South Korea, if you say to French people, so some people, I'm from Korea, no, they're gonna ask if South or North, like that, because it's kind of afraid about this kind of stuff. But when I came here, I came here, and my wife also told me, so I asked her a question. They don't mind about when there's some threat about North Korea sometimes,
Yes.
My wife told me it's just acting, or maybe sometimes he make pressure because maybe the government want money, like that, But when you see outside, like in Western country, they think it's it's a big threat, it's kind of serious, so they're a bit afraid, When I arrived to Korea, when I say to my uncle, I'm in Korea now, he told me he was a bit afraid because he said, but you should tell us. You go there, because we don't know, if this crazy guy like in North, he saw a rocket. I say, no, it's okay. It's kind of okay. But it's kind of this image people have.
It's this kind of image people have,
because of North, and it's close. So that's why. So people think, is it safe or not? Because that's because nuclear bomb threat. But when you come here, it's kind of safe.
Yeah.
So that's right.
Yeah, it's very safe here.
Yeah.
So from you've been in Canada
Yeah.
and you went back to France.
Yeah.
And you're now in Korea.
Yeah.
So comparing these three countries, which one do you think that I want to live more? And what do you think are the differences in living there as a foreigner?
It's so different. It's so different. We cannot compare, I think, because this country, Canada is, is like multicultural country. So a multicultural society.
Multicultural.
Yeah, yes, multicultural. Here is homogeneous.
Yes.
So can't kind of compare like that. So also it's not same story.
Yes.
So it's kind of difficult to say, I want to stay more than. Me, it's just to see like a kind of opportunity, these days, this comfort moment here is good. I have some opportunities. So for the moment, I stay here, I think more like that, Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's like everyone thinks like that. It's about opportunities. Yeah. Where you can get more offer or not, It's just like that. That's why after you come to another foreign country or not, or you leave or not, because of
okay, so like someone that asks you, for me now, let's assume you're advising me now. I ask you, Ivo, I'm thinking about
Ivo.
France. Ivo, sorry.
It's okay.
Ivo, I'm thinking about, should I go to France to live in France? Should I go to Canada, or should I continue living in Korea? What advice will you give me? Where do you think
I'm gonna say first, it depends what is your priority. That's important in the life. What is your priority? What do you think? What is your priority? So that's why. And you're gonna think, and after you're gonna judge. You're gonna find.
One thing about many people is that the priorities of most people is that they want to live in a place whereby they can live comfortably.
Yeah.
And also be able to secure their stay, not every time worry about your visa and everything.
Yeah.
You're able to secure maybe permanent residence in the future.
Yeah.
And where they will be open to more opportunities, like more work, easy access to work, work something and save something for yourself. I think most people will have that as their priorities when they are moving to any other country.
Yeah, of course, but after it depends with who, Like a country is like, for some people from different country, when they go to another country, it's easier for them to get, but for some people, it's difficult. So it depends also about that, It's not like, I don't think when you go to a country, everyone, they have the same, how do you say, I face about the same situation. No, it's depend. It's depend where you're from. It's depend on the country where you're from also as well. It's depend about many things, many factors about also your background also. Because sometimes to immigrate, in Canada, because I wanted also to immigrate and I know also my uncle and aunt also immigrates there also in Canada. So they're Canadian, they ask also for many things, degrees. They immigrate like in the French side.
Yes.
Ask also if you can speak French, but they're French, okay. The degrees, the age also is important also when you immigrate. If you're too old or not, So there's many things, many things. So that's why it depends about where you're from. If you want to go to another country, it depends also where you're from and what is your background also as well, and your age also. So it's So after the people must think about that also. Yeah.
So like now, I speak a little bit of French. I don't speak French, but just a little bit, just a little introduction.
Yeah.
And if I want to go to France now, would it be difficult for me to get jobs in France?
It depends what kind of job are you looking for. What kind of job? If it's like normal job, easy job, you can get it. You can get it easily. Like normal people, if you want work, you can get it. After your job, I don't know your major. You should. I don't know what kind of diploma also. Where the diploma also was issued also. Because also when you immigrate, there's also kind of problem about diploma. Also diploma. Some country accept your diploma. Some countries they say, you have to go to school 1 year, maybe something to make some things like that. After is kind of same, So and also it depends if you speak the language also as well, Everything depends many stuff, They don't have like easy country you can get visa easily. They don't have also like difficult country cannot get difficult. It depends of you also and what is your goal also, That's the thing. If you go like that, the country, because you just want document, man, it's not gonna work like that, You have to think first. You have to take some information first when you want to immigrate to the country,
Yeah.
I remember, this is my personal opinion,
Yeah. Oh, you have been living here for a while now. For like how long now?
More than 7 years, yeah.
More than 7 years.
Yeah, more than 7 years. Yeah.
Wow. You feeling cold?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So
No.
more than 7 years now. Has there been a moment that you said, like, just like you had you said in Canada, no, I'm not going to stay here. Let me go back to France. Was there a moment where, while living here, you said, man, no, I'm going to go back?
When I was in Canada, no, because I didn't stay a long time also in Canada. I stayed 1 year.
Like, why staying here?
Why?
Why staying in Korea? Has there been a moment that you said, oh, man,
I want to go back to France?
Yeah, let me go back to France. So it's too much for me.
Honestly, I have my wife nearby me always. So it's not same. For me, I'm not like good, like, it's not, I'm an example, but not really, because my wife is always nearby me, so I'm not alone, I'm not alone. So that's the thing also,
Yeah.
So it's different than other friends when you can really alone. Even in Canada, I cannot say that I have my family there. My aunt, my uncle. So I was not like alone, I think you have this moment when you're really alone, and you think everything, is messed up, everything in your life is messed up. You want back. But me, I'm never alone. When I go, so that's why I cannot. Now, for me, it was okay. My wife is always here from the beginning. Okay, always nearby me. Like when I do something, before we go to, like, first time when I arrive, because we arrive in Busan, so we go to her parents' place during 1 week. First, after you go to Seoul, open bank account, open stuff. She was always nearby me. So for me, everything's kind of quick, and for the visa also kind of quick. So I'm not like waiting for my visa. I'm not stressful for my visa. I'm not stressed for my visa. I'm not like, because she's always nearby me. So that's why I have always help, That's why me, my case is so different than people. I didn't come alone and try to do my stuff. I came with my wife. She's doing also the stuff also for me. And now I have daughters, so that's why, it's like, yeah.
Would you think that, like, because she has lived the life of a foreigner in another country, that's why she understands what foreigners go through when they move to another country? But did you think it would have been the same if you have met her here in Korea? She hasn't been to abroad or another country?
Yeah.
Would you think she would have given you the kind of support that she gave you? Or because she understood that she also lived in another country and understand the difficulties of a foreigner?
Well, honestly, I don't know, because she was living also in Japan before, kind of. I don't know. I don't know if it's that. But I think maybe I don't know, because even if you meet here, if I think it's her mind also as well, because help someone, do the stuff someone also, I think if you do this during many years, if you're really fed up, you're fed up,
Yeah.
But she's still like that, so I think maybe it's her mind, and also her parents, didn't live in a broad country, but they accept me directly and they help us.
Wow.
So I think it's her education.
Wow. So
because her parents, they went to vacation, of course, like before, like in France or some country, but they don't speak English, because some people think always, Korean, they speak English. Oh no, it's gonna be easier for the parents. No, it's just a mind, just the mind of people. It's not about languages. Like if they can speak the same language than you, just a mind. And they help us also, financial help also. They help us also. When I came, since I came here, So that's why I think maybe it's her education like that. You know? So that's different a bit.
Oh wow, you're lucky. Like yeah.
That's what my case. Even my wife sometimes tell me, "You're really lucky." You know, you're really lucky because my family is from Busan. She told me that. She told me that she's from Busan. You know, Busan we're also conservative. She's from Busan, and she has uncle, but her parents travel before, but uncle and aunt they never travel. They never travel. I mean, they never go to another country. I mean, and they also like you. So they are curious about you. They like you. So you're really lucky. She told me that. Always told me that. I say yes, I know. Thank you.
Yeah. So you've stayed there for like 7 years, and in terms of the Chuseok or other celebrations, do you still come with the family?
Yeah. I go to Busan. We go to Busan and we go to his uncle's place. And we celebrate like they ask a question if I'm good, something like that, like that. How is life in Seoul? They some of my daughters they're happy, they're all happy, they came, you know. They're just waiting for that. Yeah, so that's why. So it's different, you know, a bit. Yeah.